It pains me to see him transferred to that less than desirable facility.
Hey fellow Halloween fanatics, this is another Halloween Ends update video, and before we dive into the Glass Hill situation in Halloween Ends, we have a question for you, the audience. Which Halloween Kills character are you most excited to see return in Halloween Ends? Is it Laurie? Is it Lindsay? Is it Allison? Or is it Hawkins? Comment down below. Let us know why they're your favorite character returning. Let's get some healthy discussion going. For me personally, it's Hawkins and Allison. I know that Laurie and Lindsay are going to get a lot of nostalgia play, but I really like the characters that they've developed in Allison and Hawkins, so I'm excited to see what happens with them. And to our understanding, they have a big role to play in Halloween Ends. Don't forget to smash that like button, by the way. Hit subscribe, smash that notification bell to keep up to date on all of our future Halloween content. Mike Bish and I had a chance to talk about Glass Hill in Halloween Ends. Enjoy. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Fandom Empire. I'm Sean. He's Mike. This is another Halloween Ends update video. Stoked to be back talking Halloween Ends. We said we would be doing 2 or 3 videos every week, probably up until the release of the movie at this point. So excited to be back talking Halloween Ends, man. In today's video, we're going to be focusing in on Glass Hill. Now, Glass Hill is the clip you would have heard right off the top of this video that Doctor Sartain from Halloween 2018 refers to as the Pit of Hell. It's the location that they're getting ready to transfer Michael Myers to, and he doesn't want Michael to go there. And so it's not like it's this new concept. It's something that's been out since they first did this. So it's really nice to kind of see some connective tissue that, even though it wasn't in Halloween Kills, it was in Halloween 2018, and it kind of feels like when I think of a movie trilogy that did that, it's the Dark Knight trilogy. Now, I'm not comparing this Halloween trilogy to the Dark Knight trilogy. They're nowhere close to the same thing or the same quality. But the Dark Knight trilogy had movies 1 and 3 sort of feel more like sequels to one another. And I would go as far as saying this, this Halloween movie, Halloween Ends, feels more like a sequel to Halloween 2018 than it does for Kills for me personally. Let me dive into the Glass Hill stuff really quickly here, and we'll get Mike's take on it. Glass Hill, considered by Sartain to be the Pit of Hell. Early reports we had on Halloween Ends suggested Glass Hill could be the B plot of the film. We've spoken about that on live streams and in previous videos. And I think that some people will still perceive Glass Hill to be the B plot of Halloween Ends. But after receiving more up-to-date information on the film, it really seems like that Glass Hill's purpose in Halloween Ends is more of serving as a foundation for new characters that we meet in this film and follow in this film to an extent, and it really helps flesh out their story. Glass Hill does physically appear, at least in this cut of the film, and I would assume that it would stay. I see no reason why it wouldn't be in the film anymore. And it's cool to see, like I said, off the top, the connective tissue taken Glass Hill that was mentioned in Halloween 2018, brought all the way back for Halloween Ends. Not just to have in the film, but the fact that it's going to serve, at least a purpose. It has purpose in this movie, and its purpose being to serve the new characters, flesh them out a bit, and give us an idea on who they are and what they are about. And we're going to dive more into that on a future Patreon stream as well. But Mike, thoughts on Glass Hill and the connective tissue between it, Halloween Ends, and 2018?
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to the connection. Obviously setting that foundation for Halloween Ends. It's just going to be good to see in this film. Now, when I came on here, I told you that Glass Hill was something that I didn't really take that much notice to be honest with you. So going back and reading into it and catching on to that, it's intriguing, and I'm very interested to see exactly what it does in this film. And this is I nerd out on this stuff, and this is where I really like your opinion and take your brain and like to pick your brain on this. So I'm really interested to see what you have to say, Sean, as far as your initial reaction to hearing about this.
So again, like when we first heard about it, it was pretty emphatically put to us that it's the B plot to the film. But more recent reports seem to suggest that it's more of a tool, a foundation for new characters to help flesh them out. Which, again, some people might take that to be the B plot of the film. I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. But I really like the sounds of it. I like the connective tissue dating back to Halloween 2018. I'm intrigued on what it could look like physically, the location. Because if it's the pit of hell, you wouldn't think that it's, this super nice, resort by any means. It should have some, dark elements to it for sure. And we know they've gone as far as to like create an actual Glass Hill logo and everything. So like they've put some effort into creating Glass Hill for this film. I also like the idea that we can do things other than Smith Grove. Let's expand the walls a bit. And I had ran the idea out there. Again, this probably won't happen. But like when you do something like Glass Hill and you involve something like that in a project, and all these franchises are looking to spin off in one way or another to make more money and create more attention. That's just the way Hollywood works now.
Yeah.
Like Glass Hill could have been a potential spin-off idea. Still could be, considering, the occupants that it hosts behind its walls.
Well, that's diving deeper into, past the whole Halloween era, right? I mean, so when it comes to Glass Hill, Sean, if you picturing it, obviously we don't know what it's going to look like. Do you see this more as of like a big mansion house or like a facility like Smith Grove was? Like, what do you see? Obviously, we're just throwing out opinions and what we think it could be.
I'd love to sit here and say that when we have spoken with our sources that we've been like, yeah, what does Glass Hill look like? And I know the thumbnail that we have here shows it as like this old creepy house.
That's why I asked because it looks pretty cool. I'm like, I wouldn't mind the idea of that. So once I saw that, I was like, oh man, yeah, let me ask Sean. Let me see how he's feeling about this.
Yeah, I think this looks more like the horrific version of a Myers house from an earlier Halloween movie than what Glass Hill is going to look like. The truth is, I don't know what Glass Hill is going to look like. But if I had to assume anything, I would assume that it's going to look like a facility. But I would hope that the facility doesn't look like something that's overly well maintained, and it should give you the vibes of the pit of hell, like Sartain said. Build on that lore a little bit. Again, I have no idea if a spin-off's going to come from this, but at least, there's an option there. There's a chance to expand behind the horizons you've already set. And there's lots of people that have come up with theories of, where could a Halloween TV series spin off from? What could they do that's not Michael? And, Glass Hill seems like a fun option. I'm curious to see how it plays out in the movie. I do know that there is now I don't know if there's a significant death at Glass Hill or by Glass Hill, but there is one in the general vicinity of Glass Hill.
Yeah, that's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it, man. And then, like I said, the more and more we do these videos, and the more we dissect and talk about these things, the more I get excited for it ends. And just talking with you, and obviously talking with other fans of the franchise too. I mean, you start digging into this Glass Hill and the opportunities, what it can be for not only Michael Myers or Halloween franchise, but the spinoffs, which you get. That's sitting back thinking about where they could go with spinoffs or different stories within the Halloween universe. I think that and even outside the Halloween universe, I think that is Silent Hill seems so far to me to be that best option that would make pretty good sense, but you could spin it off in a good way.
Yeah, no. I think you said Silent Hill, not Glass Hill there.
Sorry.
I'm actually a huge fan of the first Silent Hill movie.
Yeah, me too. I
think it's one of the better video game adaptations. Now that random train's off, final thoughts on Glass Hill here. I like the idea. I like the idea of doing something new. I was speaking with someone yesterday who was just worried that everything was going to be, nostalgia driven, member berry driven. just hitting old beats. And I had said to them, from what I understand, Halloween Ends stands on its own feet more so than even the previous two movies did. Obviously, Kills is heavily nostalgia driven, but 18 has a little bit of that too. And I think that Ends, even though it's the last chapter in the act, for now anyway, it has the ability to do something different and something unique. And actually, going back to the characters that Glass Hill provides some fleshing out of, like, it's hard to develop a character when you're not introducing them until the final act. So the idea that this facility serves as like almost a background story to help out multiple characters is important. It's not quite a MacGuffin by any means, but it does help out the process of understanding and relating to those characters a little better, because you don't really have much time to dive into them. You're not getting a movie and a half or 2 movies or 3 movies out of them. This is it.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm on the same page. Everything that you say is exactly how I feel. I'm excited to see where they can go with this and what they're going to do in this film. But yeah, man, I can't wait. I think Glass Hill can be a real solid insert into this film, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Mike, you have a podcast going on. I believe you just had a Stranger Things related podcast. Where can everybody find that at, man?
Yeah, any major platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, wherever you listen to all of your podcasts, just go to that app, type in the Take One podcast, and it should be there. Got some great guests coming up. Hopefully get Sean's busy ass on there here soon. Obviously, the more we creep into Halloween Ends, the more content we'll have, and really looking forward to Sean and others as well to come on.
Awesome, man. Can't wait. You guys can support the channel by either becoming a channel member or heading on over to Patreon, patreon.com/Fandom Empire. We got the Lampkin Lane show over there, which is a fun Halloween show that we do. We dive more into spoiler territory and rumor territory over there, so we're a little more hands-on with that stuff. Again, patreon.com/Fandom Empire. Join today, because that's the way. And don't forget, a little later this week, we have the Atmosphere of Halloween Ends video coming out. And if you missed it last week, we put a couple of Halloween Ends videos as well there. So check the channel for all the latest. Be sure to click the like button, hit subscribe, smash that notification bell, and we will see you in the next video.